Right now, in the US, Mac admins are super concerned about keeping Mac computers secure. That involves keeping the OS up to date and apps up to date. And Apple has changed the way that OS updates have worked, and that change has been a long journey. And we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel for software update. Used to be very scriptable with Intel-based Mac. People could use things like imaging to quickly copy the OS from one computer to another. There used to be the concept of making a golden image or golden master image and moving that onto client computers. That's no longer possible. Apple has taken the software update process of iOS and iPadOS, which is very secure, and introduced that to Mac. That's been frustrating for Mac administrators. And even today, even now, we're still seeing some lingering issues that we're hoping that finally we've solved it. Finally, with macOS 15 point whatever, that there's no longer going to be issues. So we're concerned with keeping the OS up to date and also keeping apps up to date. So with Kandji, we had the managed OS library item that we developed early on, and that used the scripting capabilities of updating Mac OS with Intel, and it used to do things like copy the entire installer to the local computer, use StartOS install to kick off the update or the upgrade, and that whole process is no longer necessary for Intel-based, for a Mac with Apple Silicon. But the foundation of having a library item that allows the administrator to set what the enforcement dates are, how you want to handle the enforcement, letting the user know when an update is coming, that still applies, even though Apple, now macOS, handles the enforcement. macOS handles sending an alert to the user, letting them know when an update must be installed by. So rather than the Kandji agent forcing the user to update, now it's macOS itself, because we use declarative device management, DDM, which Apple has said, hey, this is the future of MDM. Similarly, we had early success using our auto app catalog, where Kandji takes the burden off of the administrator of going out and retrieving the latest installation package, or the latest installation asset from the developer. So we now have a library of 209 business apps that Mac administrators often want to install in their organizations. Not only do we install and update the app, but we also install anything else that is required for a great user experience. For example, there are still some titles that require Rosetta, that Rosetta translation layer, to be installed. If you install an auto app that requires Rosetta, and the client Mac does not yet have Rosetta installed, Kandji will take care of it. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to say, oh, I want to make sure to install Rosetta. The auto app installs Rosetta. So that's the baseline, keeping the OS and the apps up to date. But what about when users inadvertently or maybe maliciously download things that could cause harm to the Mac?